Clear eyes across the board for Peter Ward. Keep an eye on him initially. Buffalo Bills. Cincinnati Bengals. This one.
Well, the fans are looking for their seats as the teams are down on the field warming up. Standing beside me is my right-hand man, Mr. Peter O'Keefe. And Peter, we have a whole bunch of good receivers down there.
You're not kidding, man. Both of these teams have a receiving core that can spread the field. They really grow. The Bengals have a group of receivers, great mix of talent. They make it awfully tough for defensive secondary. They're just such a well-rounded, talented bunch. The Bills also have a talented high-grade receiver. On any given day, any one of these guys can be a hero. Defenses are really challenged because you just can't focus in on one guy. All of these groups have a chance to shine. The question is, which one?
All right, Peter, we'll keep our eye on them as the game progresses. But first, the coin toss. There's the signal, and we're ready. Ray picks it off to begin the game. The right team decides to take on
Goes to the 20 on that one, so his decision to take it out of the end zone didn't really pay off, but it didn't really hurt him either.
the Bills send their offense out on the field with 6 yards at the lone 20-yard line.
The late concentration of Matt, one tricky runner, stepping up and doing his job. Second and 9.
Third down for the shotgun. He's up to play next with the 3 out. To 39.
Face mask, number 27.
The person the south side is a good one. You can't put someone's face mask like that.
The Bengals are this one on the center logo at the 45-yard line. Johnson goes in motion. Second down, get into the last. 44.
McMillan, he goes through and just zeroes in on the ball carrier.
And there's the hit. Well, they'll lose some yardage on that play. They didn't want to give up.
I'm sure they're more worried about having to reteach that guy the playbook all over again. Man, that was a hit.
They forced that one backwards, and that's going to make this third down that much harder.
Yeah, they also make it easier on themselves by wiping out all of the potential short line plays they might face.
Third and long. Cottonee is in motion. Incomplete. Fourth down coming up.
Listen to that. Richardson
Lines up for the punt.
Richardson
Gets the snap and punts it away. Now, here's the punt at the 15. Stop at the 19.
Antonio Brown fielded the ball, and although he was dropped pretty quickly, that terrible kick gives him some good field position.
The Bills stalled early last drive, and we'll have to wait and see what happens here. They'll start at their own 19-yard line. Cardinals makes a play on this and forces the incompletion.
That pass down. And he made sure the only one to touch the football was him.
That had potential for some yards, Peter, but the defense was on top of it and shut it down.
Good denial there.
Second down coming up. Bills in motion. They stand tall and force a loss of yardage.
They needed that, especially after that nice punt.
The Bengals offense takes the field, and they are already halfway there. They'll start at the 47-yard line. They couldn't connect on this one. Incomplete.
Second and 10. Punishing blow to the ball carrier there. And he gives up the football for that fumble. Great hard-nosed defensive play.
Peter, there are many ways you can start a drive, but a turnover is not one of them.
No, definitely not. That was a big-time play.
The Bills want to capitalize on the fumble and will start this drive at their 32-yard line. First on 3rd and long. First down, 10 yards to go. Second tackle so far. Look at those stats. That's the definition of a standout year. Good defense that's forced 2 losses in a row. That's the 13. Newman did a good job angling the punt out of bounds, so the offense will start off stuck inside the 20. The Bengals have had some trouble moving the ball recently. We'll see what they do on this drive as they start at their own 13-yard line. Warwick goes in motion. Incomplete. Reggie Kelly had a chance to get mid-range completion back there, but he just couldn't connect with no catch. Potential for a quick first down, but no, they cannot hook up the pass. You can take a shot in that situation, and it's really not going to hurt you. It's a good throw. That'll bring up second down. 15 yards. Kelly didn't haul that one in, and it falls incomplete. Reggie Kelly had some room on the outside of that play, but catching the ball was a different story. Incomplete. If complete, that would have made for a bit shorter third down play, but not much. Not a lot of potential in that one. Third down and 4 wideouts in the game. 15 yards. This one. The 39. It will be first down. It looks like it was kind of injury down on the field. I'll see if we can get it. We'll be able to pass the look at it for the long He's also strong enough to take him head on. I'm locking you up, kid. And then 6. 22 yards. get back to the line of scrimmage, and that will bring up third down. Third down and 5 wide receivers take the field. Warren gets it away on the coverage, incomplete. Fourth down coming up.
Warren Moore couldn't have read that play any better if it was catching on the inside of his helmet.
It seemed like the defense read that one from the beginning, and they forced the incompletion with relative ease.
Beautiful call by the deep for Adrian.
It'll be fourth down.
Richardson
Gets ready to punt this away.
Richardson
Gets the ball and punts it away. Fields the ball.
room to work with back there. Special teams squad made sure he couldn't respond to that. Really nice thing.
The Bills haven't got much out of the offense recently, and we'll see if they can get back on track here. This guy begins at the 21-yard line. There's a motion. Washington lead the field earlier in the game, and now Susie Colliver has a report. Susie?
Thank you, Dan. After coming off the field with some neck pain, the trainers have determined that he simply got a screener. They're massaging it, and it's working well. Expect to see him on the field later in the game. Guys, back to you.
Thanks, Susie. Second down with the tight end. Close to 6.
Played it smart back there, but following his blockers, that allowed him to make some good yards.
They move the ball, and that'll bring up third down. This one is incomplete. Will bring up fourth down.
Good luck, so he got a completion there if his man had been open. With two guys in the zone, it was way too risky.
Now he is over for his last 3 passes. You know, you can tell when he's starting to get frustrated.
All he has to do is calm down and let the play.
Lines up the punt. Punts it away.
Very well, backed up a few yards on the run back there, pulling down the size of the punt a little bit.
The Bengals offense takes the field, and they will start at their 43-yard line. Warwick goes in motion.
Stopping the quarterback forward in the backfield.
They lose a couple of yards, but it's the feeling of dropping the quarterback that matters.
Right? It's so important to stop and appreciate the little things. Like, rainbow.
Purchase paper quarterback. They put a stop to the play behind the line of scrimmage. And it's complete at the 42, and he stopped right there. First down. It's intercepted. Tackled at the 38.
Theo Spice. That's why you think twice before throwing a pass in his neighborhood. Watch.
Great presence of mind to try for the football there.
Boy, that was a heck of a play to come away with his first interception of the game.
Yeah, you gotta love G like that.
The Bills are going to try and capitalize on the interception. They'll start this drive at their 38-yard line.
No real yards to speak of anyway. Tough game. He's only got 8 yards on 9 carries.
On second down, they tried for the first, but it's made well by the defense. Now they bring up third down.
Nice pressure that time.
They get the first on 3rd and 1.
They did so. They looked big time on this play, and it works. Makes it a little more exciting to watch, too. Oh, if he wasn't accurate on this throw, he would have been an interception. It's a real fine line.
3rd and 1, and they get the big play to convert. Need a big athlete. That's what football is all about, making the good plays in the neutral. It's your football. First down, both wideouts to the right. Right side, it's just well past the markers for a first down.
Lee Evans faces down 3 defenders and comes away with the football. Oh, nice catch. First and 10.
Nice defensive play will give him the second batted ball of the game.
Great reset.
Incomplete. That will bring up 4th down.
Ryan Simmons used to disrupt him. Got in there and smacked that pass away. Great deal.
They're batting down passes left and right. That is their surprise so far.
Great anticipation of the pass.
Foreman lines up for the punt. Foreman at the snap. And Foreman on the ball. This will fly out of bounds at the 16.
And Norman did a good job angling the puck out of bounds. So the offense will start off stuck inside the 20.
The Bengals were intercepted last time. We'll see what happens here. We'll start at their own 16-yard line. Crosses the field. Tackled at the 19. All right, what do you got? Okay, all right. Second down, 7 yards to go.
Well, that's dangerous. Make any argument. forced the incompletion.
Jeff Moses came in and got a hand on that football and left no chance for a reception.
That is their fourth batted ball. Kenny, we've seen a number of good defensive plays from this squad.
We sure have. And let's see if they can keep it up there.
Great call by the offensive coordinator, and it will be the first down. Benson goes in motion. No dice, and it falls incomplete.
Carson Palmer has had difficulties to say the least. And now he's second guessing everything this week. Terrible day. So far, he struggled to get 66 yards and 1 interception.
Second down and 4 wideouts in the game. His way were incomplete.
Let's see if he stays on track.
Quarterback goes in motion. Tips it away on the coverage. Incomplete.
Taylor Spikes managed to disrupt him. He got in there and smacked that pass away. Great deal.
The defense stood up to that play and touchdown what would be a minimal gain anyway. It'll be second down.
Second and 10.
Third down. Just a share receiver on the field.
Carson Palmer threw a perfect pass back there. I had a better shot after the defense did. I'm up here in the booth.
That's another pass that went pretty much down the middle. He hasn't been working on time.
So he's obviously very confident in throwing the ball to the substitute. They're in the key to stop it.
Knocked away from the receiver, incomplete.
Field and Dunn doesn't need any assistance for 14 completion there.
That is just textbook zone coverage, Peter.
Absolutely, Dan. And it begins with knowing how the play is going to come together.
Another batted ball. They have been attacking the pass every chance they get.
That's right, Dan. You know, why simply defend the pass when you can obliterate it? That was not a bad decision at all. He had some room to work with. He knew how to exploit it.
Patsy goes in motion. soon as we hear anything, we'll be sure to pass the information along to you. Fourth down, and the field goal unit is on the field. Great kick from 38 yards out, and has it sailed just into the upright. James Grant, this is the field goal here. Let's watch this again. Yep, it's just a little bit to the side of the upright, but fortunately can't support. The Bills have their last drive started out at the end. Let's see if they can keep them right up to ends up 4 yards, and that brings up second down with the tackle. Second down, 2 wideouts on the field. That's great production. That will end the first quarter, and it's still a scoreless game. Second down to the line. Made well past the markers for a first down. Well, the D-Holes tied on third and long, and Lucas is getting completion, and that was a good call by the defensive coordinator. It sure was. Perfect key for that situation. And gives him that first down. Cottonee ready to take this away. Cottonee takes the long snap and takes it away. Well, Peter, some interesting information up on the screen.
Oh, you bet. Numbers point to one thing, Dan, a defensive struggle. They can't get complacent. A single score will change the whole complexion of the game.
The Bengals have been left in a defensive struggle so far. They will start this drive at their own 20-yard line. Looks like, we've had an injury down on the field. Now, as soon as we hear anything, we'll be sure to pass the information along to you. Second down with two tight ends to the right. Runs into traffic, blocked out at the 27. Johnson was shaken up earlier, and I hear Susie Cobo has a report for us. Susie?
Thanks, Dan. I managed to get a word with the doctor. They said they may have a cracked vertebrae in his neck. They're looking at him right now. He seems to be in serious pain. The official word of his return, doubtful. Dan?
Thanks, Susie. Well, who's in motion? Incomplete.
Carson Palmer is really struggling out there today. As you can see by the numbers, it's all bad. Checking out, he's got 104 yards and one interception.
Second down with a split back. Gains about 3 yards. Incompletion. Vincent had to leave the field earlier in the game, and now Susie Calvin has a report.
Thank you, Dan. Well, after talking with the good doctor, it appears that he's got a big nerve in his back. They're massaging it, and it's working well. Expect to see him on the field later in the game. Back to you, guys.
Thanks, Susie. Second down with the tight end right. This one hard over the middle and it's all incomplete.
Ricky Kelly had that ball in his hands on that play.
And he just dropped it at his second drop, and he cannot be happy with that. Sometimes Sometimes the ball bounces your way, and sometimes it
Kevin Thomas himself in prime position to battle all that football before the receiver even had a shot at it.
A nice defensive play. We get in the second batted ball of the game.
Great movement.
Richardson lines up for the punt. Richardson gets the snap and punts it away. That's the 15.
Antonio Brown got swarmed by the kicking team before he got very far. That nice punt pretty much goes unanswered.
The Bills' offense has stalled late in their drives the past few times down. We'll see if they can finally score. This one at their own 15-yard line. Incomplete. They have been attacking the pass every chance they get. And they get the first on 3rd and long.
Lee Evans juggled football all over the place before finally throwing it down. I thought I was a kid at the circus watching this play.
You were in the circus. Well, that doesn't surprise me at all.
I wasn't in the circus, I was at the circus.
Balls are coming his way in the middle of the ground. Making him pay. That's a lot of performance so far.
But I don't think the receiver was going to go over the middle and stop the
It's caught at the 35, and he stopped right there.
Drew Bledsoe had no trouble seeing that one past the secondary. It was one heck of a throw.
They move the ball, and it will be 2nd down.
2nd and 3.
First down, 10 yards to go. Convert on third down. Josh Reed has just one guy on and he keeps it easy. Even with my 2 extra pounds, I think I could have done a better job covering it. I doubt that. He would have smoked you like it's the feeling of dropping the quarterback that matters. It's important to stop and appreciate the little bit. Like the rainbow. Torture fatal quarterback. Bring their offense on the field and will start this drive at the own 20-yard line. Warwick goes in motion. Picks up about 2, and that will bring up second down.
We're going to get it this time. And we're going to go just like it is. We're going to execute. We're going to stay strong. And we're going to get to the spot we need to. Okay, fellas?
Gains about 3 yards. Third down, 3 wideouts in the game. The ref gets the signal, and we're set. Now, booms up duty here. Puts the lick on the receiver and separates him from the ball. Incomplete here.
Motion family searching for a rhythm out there, and he's come up short there. As you can see by these numbers, he's been having a rough day. So far, he's struggled to get 112 yards and no touchdowns.
Johnson goes in motion. Puts his arm into this one and gets incomplete.
Oh man, boy, that one away clean. The receiver didn't have a squaring on him.
On second down, they try for the first, but it's played well by the defense. That will bring up third down.
Nice pressure that time. Check out those interceptions over his career. What a drive.
That's another medium-range catch for him. He's really found his use in there.
Well, Wilson starts getting shut down, so there's no reason for him to move over.
First down, both right outs to the right. Loses two, and that will bring up third down.
Pat Williams was a one-man wrecking crew back there. He powered into the backfield and made the tackle.
You can't slalom around him like a downhill skier would do. He's going to swallow you up.
There's going to be a cross-country skier that's trying to get around him. He was all over out there.
Bullock goes in motion.
Mason Thomas decided to make a last-moment to scramble back there, and it worked out. Second and 4.
Zips it to the left sideline, and it's tipped. Incomplete.
There's no reason. Amen. You got to get on that football. Left no chance for a reception there.
A nice defensive play will give him his second batted ball of the game.
Great read there. It's the series here, baby.
Johnson goes in motion. First down. Ninth play of the drive coming up. Uh-oh, nice catch. Nice catch, Peter, and his dad protects it.
He's now got 81 yards on 5 catches.
Number 86 goes in motion. And then he proceeds to lay a lot more than a finger.
Yeah, you all 10 and then some.
That'll be his first sack of the game. Third down, goal to go. Warwick goes in motion.
To take it out of the end zone didn't really pay off. It didn't really hurt him either.
The Bills had some problems sustaining drives. We'll see what they can do here as they start at their own 22-yard line. Second down, 1 down back. It's tipped. Incomplete. It'll be fourth down.
No chance for a reception.
Another bad ball. They have been the 34.
Warwick didn't have much room to work with back there. The special teams squad made sure he couldn't respond to that really nice punt.
The Bengals could take the lead before halftime as their offense would start at the 34-yard line. Johnson goes in motion.
It's yellow. First down, right into the line. Second time today they get close only to have to bring in the kicker. There's the signal, and we're ready. Close up duty here. And that'll do it for the first half of this one. The Bills with a small lead, 7-6. And now let's send you to Chris Berman in our studios in Bristol for the ESPN halftime report. Over.
Okay, Dana, we'll get back to you guys in a moment. Welcome, everybody, to the ESPN Halftime Show. I'm Chris Berman. Now let's take a look at the halftime stats. And boy, look at the difference in rushing yards. The Bengals should be way ahead on the scoreboard, but somehow they've let their opponents hang with them. Let's see if they can change things in the second half. Let's get started in this one early in the first quarter. Werewolves of London Fletcher gonna have a beat on this one. It's a fumble. He's right there to get his hands up. The Bills later in the first. Drew Bledsoe connected with his man on this one. The Bengals midway through the first. Carson Palmer will find his target on this one. The Bengals still midway through the first quarter. Nikhil Spike shows some great awareness here as he gets himself into position to pick this one off. Drew Bledsoe would drop back and deliver a strike on this one. The Bengals towards the end of the first quarter. Carson Palmer would drop back and deliver a strike on this one. The Bengals now early in the second quarter. Carson Palmer would find his target on this one. The Bills, middle of the second. Drew Bledsoe connected with his man on this one. Jeff Posey was able to step in front of his pass and pick one off, but he wasn't done there. Touchdown the Bills. The Bills get the first point of the game and go up by 7. The Bengals late into the second quarter. The ball at their own 39. Carson Palmer would find his target on this one. That set up a piece of cake 18-yard field goal. The Bengals coming up on the end of the half. Bengals losing by 4. Carson Palmer connected his man on this one. And that's where we'll leave this one. Bengals are down to 7-6. Now let's check out the undisputed halftime hero of the first half. Jeff Posey has played outstanding. That does it for our halftime report. We'll be back now to the second half of this one. Dan Stevens and Peter O'Keefe are there. Gentlemen.
Thanks, Chris. And today's game has been presented in ESPN Game Sound, designed and developed in collaboration with Colgan, the leader in surround sound technology. The Bengals will receive to start the second half, and this is a tight contest. Currently, they're down 7-6. Let's get down to the
Thanks, Dan. Let's take more than minutes. This morning to speak with me and said they've got to avoid going anywhere in the second. We think they need to establish a rhythm with some higher percentage tackles and provide better pass protection to the quarterback. That's a bit of a look at the passing game and make it. Back to you, fellas.
Johnson goes in motion. Incomplete with the deflection.
Second down, 10 yards to go. Easy catch. That's another medium-range catch for him. He's really finding his mission there.
You gotta hope he starts getting shut down, so there's no reason for him to move out of it. As you can see, he's up over the century mark. He's going to play today. It's all about field vision. And if you can see where you have room to run, good things happen.
Either way, nice pickup to get them into a second and short situation.
A great play, and now you have a bunch of options on what to try next.
Play goes in motion.
Good job.
The third time today, he's hit a receiver way downfield.
Well, Brandon come cheap for his well, look at these stats. That's a ton of yards.
Clements makes a play on this one and forces the incompletion.
Nick Clements got himself in prime position to battle over that football before the receiver even had a shot at it.
A nice defensive play will give him the second batting ball of the game.
Great rebound.
Will put a touchdown in his stat card.
So far, he's got 29
Number 19. information up on the screen.
Oh, you bet. Look at how many times they've had to punt it away. They've got to put a few longer drives together of getting to the end zone. Number 19, only has some running room from the end zone, but gets planted before he gets to the 20.
The Bills offense takes the field, and their running game has yet to get on track. We'll see if it happens here as they start at their own 17-yard line. Cottonee is in motion. He has passed the markers for a first down.
Bledsoe always trying to spread the ball around, as you can see by the passing play. He's getting the ball into his receiver's hands, and it's piled up 121 yards and no touchdowns.
Incomplete.
Mid-range completion on that one, but didn't get it.
That's his first drop of the game, and while every drop does hurt, you can't throw too much blame on him for that.
That would have been a tough catch now.
Third down from the shotgun. Finally stopped at the 47. First down.
Lee Evans had 3 guys covering him on this play, and he still missed the catch. I don't know if it was a good effort by him or a bad one by the defense. They could have both. It's hard to believe that play worked.
The balls are coming his way in the middle, and he's making them pay. You have to like it. Chance they get.
Right, Dan. Why shouldn't defend the pass when you can obliterate it?
First on 3rd and long.
Lee Evans faces down 3 defenders and comes away with the football.
Oh, nice catch. A nice game, and they easily convert on 3rd down.
That was a good call.
First down.
Eric Moore, David Douglas made the final point of pass pattern. Then get away from me. I have the ball to catch.
He really beat his man. That was bad coverage.
He's just a great receiver, though. He knew where he had to be, and he was there.
By the way, he finally lands one to try to
Manhandled that receiver back there like a puppy playing with a chew toy, Dan. And he rightly got slapped with defensive pass interference.
He's been working hard so far. That's they're all tied up now, and that is a big touchdown.
Now they have a chance to go up on top.
McGahee, come on, man.
Brian Warren holding.
Now the point after is good. Let's get the signal, and we're set. And now, kicks it off. Roberts catches it back at the wall.
The 20 on that one, so it was easy to take it out of the end zone. It didn't really pay off, but it didn't really hurt him either. Look in, great receiving yards there. That will help your fantasy team.
Washington goes in motion. Incomplete. Look at the football. Doesn't get off the ground unless he runs a very precise route.
And he had to beat his man. Couple of the dots, banging heads there.
Second down. That's another touch for him. Good game so far.
Definitely.
Kelly is in motion. Gibson tackles him behind the line of scrimmage. That will bring up fourth down.
Well, Vincent was a one-man wrecking crew back there. He powered into the backfield and made the tackle.
That's his third tackle of the game.
Richardson
Gets ready to punt this away.
Richardson
Gets the ball and punts it away. Brown picks it at the 23. At the 26.
Daniel Brown didn't have much room to work with back there. The special team squad made sure he couldn't respond to that really nice punt.
The Bills offense takes the field and they will start out at their own 26-yard line. To 34.
Travis Henry built out the pain on that last play, Dan. He lowered his shoulder and charged through the defense, picking up a few extra yards. I guess this isn't after-school football anymore.
Either way, nice pickup to get them into the second and short situation. His grip around you, you are not going to get through regardless of how evasive you are. Incomplete. Fourth down.
Rodgers record came in and got him in that football and left no chance for a reception.
That's his third batted ball. And he is doing his part. That is for sure.
That's his deal with that game.
He's got such a vice-like grip, Peter. It's got to be hard to break out of his grasp, even when you're one of the slippery runners.
Absolutely not.
This pass will fall harmlessly to the ground, and it's incomplete. Third down, empty backfield. Pass will bring on the fourth down.
Aaron Law found himself in a prime position to bat away that football before the receiver even had a shot.
A nice defensive play will give him the second batted ball of the game.
Great leader.
Richardson lines up for the punt. Richardson takes the long snap and punts it away. Wow, it's at the 38. At the 38.
Long by the kicking team before got very far.
That nice punt pretty much goes unanswered. The Bills will start this drive at their 38-yard line. Second down with the tight end right.
Josh Reed doesn't have a little thing like double coverage stopping from snapping the football.
That's broken kind of a cold streak for him. Last two passes his way were incomplete. They convert on third down.
Eric Knowles had a man playing in close back there, but he made a great move to get the catch.
I'm glad he finally nabbed one because he had a string of missed catches.
Big Bledsoe thrown in with the pass back there and leaves the two defenders empty-handed. Man, what ball placement.
That's another pass that went pretty much down the middle. Second down, and they line up the Bledsoe tackles it out left side, and the catch is made well past the markers for a first down. Picks up 4 on the play.
The Evans was wide open on that play, man. Makes you wonder what the view is doing.
Peter, I'm sure he's happy to bring that one in, but the last 2 passes to him have all been incompletion. As they start at their own 25-yard line. Picks up a yard on the play, and that brings up second down.
Second and 8.
Johnson is in motion. Just rifles this one, and it's incomplete.
Sometimes when you find yourself locked in a matchup like that, it certainly becomes a question of who wants the ball more. Advantage offense there. Look there, 150 plus receiving yards. He's been making plays all game long.
Picks up about 2, and that will bring up second down.
Second and 8.
there. I had a better shot at some defense than picking up here in the booth.
Again, a nice medium pass. He's been concentrating on those connections a lot today.
Yeah, it's a nice lane. Gets you some good drives, but it's not too far out that you're not in total control of the situation.
This one way out wide and maybe picks up one on the play. Second down, 3 wideouts in the game. Back at the 15.
I tell Reese, it's a one-man wrecking crew back there. He powered into the backfield and made the tackle.
Here he's been lighting up the defensive side of the ball today and getting some nice numbers on him.
Good ball. First down, 2 shots, 7 seconds.
Incomplete. It'll be 4th down.
With a hand on this one. Right there. That's how you play D.
Another batted ball. They have been attacking the pass every chance they get.
Right, Dan. Why not simply defend the pass when you can obliterate it?
Fourth down and the field goal unit is on the field. Takes it from 32 yards. That's his third field goal of the day, and giving the team 9 points is nothing to sneeze at. Cleans up duty here. Number 19.
Now, it may have been a little risky. He gets out close to the throne, so that'll come down to whack on that play. There's no way outclassed his defender on that catch, and he had that play all the way.
Peter yet another grab here in the third, and he's been working hard the whole game.
It's all about consistency, and he's been that today. What a player.
And that'll do it for the third quarter. Bengals with a small lead, 16-14. Will bring up first down.
First down, 10.
First down, 2 wideouts on the field.
Either in third down situations they have not been successful at all over the past. This play was more than
It's such a crucial ground game. They really convert. They really hurt.
Foreman lines up for the pass.
Warned by the kicking team before he got very far. That next punt pretty much goes unanswered.
The Bengals will start a drive with the lead for the first time in this game. They'll begin at their own 27-yard line. Kelsey goes in motion. Washington didn't hold that one in, and it falls incomplete.
Washington put himself in the right impact. They're coming across the middle, but the catch was elusive, no doubt.
Potential for a nice play there, but no good. That incompletion will bring up second down. And it gains about 3 yards.
London Fletcher with the catch.
Third down, 1 man down. That's his first deep ball connection, and he is really using his arm to its fullest so far.
He's just gone. Over 400 yards to the game. You gotta love that.
Left to 42. And boy, that was an excellent job of staying with his man. That time to make a good tackle.
And look what the speed is
Well, in practice, you keep the feet moving and going in and make the play. Perfectly good.
Passes in the deep end today and has definitely made his presence known. First down, 10 yards to go. That brings up second down.
Pat Williams was a one-man wrecking crew back there. He powered into the backfield and made it happen.
Another tackle, and he's starting to fill up the stat book.
He is dominating, Joe. So far, he's got 8 tackles and 1 sack.
Johnson goes in motion. This pass will fall harmlessly to the ground, and it's incomplete.
Reggie Kelly ran a corner route back there, unable to make the reception.
Another ball comes his way, and another incompletion. Come up blank so many times in a row is, well, it's got to be demoralizing for a player.
Absolutely. But you got to fight through the slip and grab one to get rolling again.
Gets all of his Big loss. I don't know what happened to the protection. Let's have a look. You know, Dan, it's all about focus and persistence. He's not going to let that quarterback get that pass off.
Either he's really gotten after the quarterback in this game.
You can say that again. So far, he's got 9 tackles and 2 sacks.
Johnson goes in motion.
Theo Spikes, a one-man wrecking crew back there. He powered into the backfield and made the tackle.
That will be 2 losses in a row.
Great lead by Virginia in the last 2 plays. Rushing almost tries to thread the needle on this one, but he's not successful. Maybe he should think twice before throwing into double coverage. That ends up incomplete. That wasn't a wide throw.
3rd and long, they have a chance, but it's incomplete.
Those are the situations where you want someone to step up and make a play.
But no one did. And it will now be 4th down. 4th down, goal to go. Right, from 30 yards That's his 4th field goal of the game, and he is generally Rockets this one deep. Decides to take it out of the end zone. 21.
While it may have been a little risky, he gets out close to the 20, so it all comes out in the wash on that play.
The Bills offense takes the field, and their running game has yet to get on track. We'll see if it happens here as they start to win 31 yards.
Exploiting it.
They convert on 3rd down.
Bledsoe takes a nice pass past the D on this play. Let's take another look here. Oh, it's all about accuracy, Dan. And there was only one guy covering him on that one, so it makes it an easy catch.
Again, a nice medium pass. He's been concentrating on this selection.
It's a nice run. This is some good guys.
Right side, right, and he connects
makes for a pickup of 4 on the play.
The Evans was getting double coverage there, but it wasn't enough to stop him from making the catch.
I'm glad he finally nabbed one because he had a string of missed catches before that.
Yeah, quarterback obviously didn't lose faith in him, though.
First down and 2.
This one is the guy that's strength on the outside and up the middle here. He's making the defense pay for his flexible running style. So far, he's got 54 yards on over 30 carries.
First and 10. Baseman, number 20, defense. 5-yard penalty from the spot of the punt. Repeat first down.
There's too much face mask on this play, and it counts for the flag. The flag. Yeah, it's only a 5-yard penalty for this face mask. I'm pretty sure that was unintentional.
First down, and this is the 7th play of the drive. It's a 25-yard attempt, and this one way Oh, that has got to rattle him.
Poor guy. I think what he really needs is a big
Maybe he needs stuff.
if he's not careful in New Jersey.
The Bengals offense has been effective with the long passes. Will they keep it up? Well, we're going to find out as they start off at their 36-yard line. This one will fall incomplete. It looks like, we've had an injury down on the field. As soon as we hear anything, we'll be sure to pass the information along.
Hold on. Wait, what day is it? What day is it? The criminal open up. Come on, okay. Yeah, we'll take him off. Get him in here. Come on.
Here they gave up a bundle and allow a second and short situation.
Yep, the offense holds all the cards now.
And they will move to change.
Offense, it was always a plus to avoid
Second down, both tight ends left.
before it hits the turf. Who just gets to it? I'm amazed you can relate with that one, actually.
That's their third interception of the game, and Peter, the D is holding in on the passing game. Tough play, I love it. The Bills offense takes the field with a high 99 Second down, markers for a first down.
Good Bledsoe zeroed in with the pass back there and leaves the two defenders empty-handed. Good ball placement.
That's another pass that went pretty much down the middle. He hasn't been working the sides too much.
There's obviously very confident in his role in the line of traffic. That went away cleanly. The receiver didn't have a prayer again.
Another batted ball. They have been attacking the pass every chance they get.
Sorry, Jim. You know, one thing to defend the pass when you put it deliver it.
Second down and 4 wideouts. To 23. It will be first down.
Josh Reed almost bobbled this one away. The manages to keep possession. Way to keep your cool.
They've been having some real success by keeping him on the left side of the field, Peter.
Yeah, that's because of the great routes he's been running.
Thank you, Dan. The thing about synthetic movement is that it's pretty impressive. They told me that given the gravity of this injury, there's obviously no way he'll be around to return to the game. Dan, back to you.
Second down. The clock is stopped. 2 minutes. But it's played well by the defense. That will bring up third down. Third down and 9. Right there. That's how you play team. The defense denies the opportunity for the score and instead forces them into a fourth down situation. Versus to feel the flow of the defensive fight. Josh Reed is on triple coverage. He came away with a phenomenal catch. Here they needed to go for it. They got it, and now they are on their way to the end zone. Second down. The clock is stopped at 1:22. Bengals will start this drive deep in their own territory with the clock at 56. Second down. The clock is stopped at 51. Third down, just a single receiver on the field. Loss of yards here, but they aren't too concerned about that. They just want to keep that clock moving.
And that is going to do it for this one. The Bengals come out on top, 19-14. For my partner, Peter O'Keefe, this is Dan Stevens saying goodbye until next time. All right, Dan. Great work as always. With that, welcome everybody back to the ESPN Studios for our ESPN Video Game Postgame Show. I'm Chris Burns. The Bengals stepped it up for sure, putting up some good numbers. Let's get started in this one early in the third quarter. Chad Johnson ran a terrific route here and was able to pull this one in. 32-yard play that set up a Bengal touchdown. The Bengals are in front for the first time. They're now up by 6. The Bills answer right back. Ball at the 3. Travis Henry found a little open. That was all he needed. The 2-yard touchdown for the Bills. Bills leading by 1. Delta Dawn O'Neal is reading the quarterback down all the way, and he's able to get a chance on this one and pick it off. The Bengals have it off an interception. Chad Johnson takes the pay. He's running a deep route, and this ball is right where it needs to be. That set up a 33-yard field goal. Bengals up 16-14. Carson Palmer would drop back and deliver a strike on this. That set up a 31-yard field goal. The Bengals have to miss field goal, this time at the 27. Nigel Reach is in the right place at the right time, and his interception was a possible momentum shifter. The Bills, after getting an interception, Bills trailing by 5. Drew Bledsoe is back to throw. When he gets an opportunity to step up, these are the kind of throws you make. This was a big one, and that's where we'll leave this one. Bengals squeaked out a win, 19-14. Now let's check in with our player of the game. A guy who made one big-time catch after another to help steal the win for his team. Chad Johnson is on hand with Susan Coffee. Sue?
Thanks, Chris. You excelled under pressure today, and you won a close game today. What do you think was vital to your team's success today?
I think our linebackers were the spark plugs for the whole team. Nobody wants to win more games than these guys. They put their bodies on the line, every down, every play for the sake of the team. They should get a lot of credit for this win.
Back to you, Chris.
That winds up our broadcast of the NFL preseason on ESPN. Worldwide leader in sports for 25 years and counting. I'm Chris Burns. Thanks for joining us. Aloha, I'm Chris Burns, and coming up on ESPN, young Joey Harrington continued to take his lumps last year, signed for the NFL League in interception throw. As he starts getting more and more comfortable back there, down, Lions, Texas. It's goal time.
The fans are finding their way to their seats, those who really own those seats, as we get set to begin this exciting game. Here in the Cottonee commentary booth is Peter O'Keefe. Peter, both of these teams have a solid tackle on defense who does an excellent job pursuing the ball.
No doubt about that, Dan. These guys do an outstanding job of reading the offense and working under threat. Gary Rocket is an opposing defensive end. He fills gaps and he's a fantastic tackler. When running backs are in his reach, he just slides them up. You run into his arms, it's like hitting a brick wall. On the other side of the ball, you've got another powerful player. Johnny Rodgers is a superb player. His versatility is what strikes me. He understands the game of football and knows how to make the most of his physical abilities in every situation.
Okay, Peter, we'll see how they do once the game begins, but first, the toss of the throw. The ref gets the signal, and we're set. Brown kicks it, and we are underway. Over decides to take it out of the end zone. The Texans will start this drive all the way down at the 18-yard line. Gains 3 yards, and that brings up second down. Number 93 with the pass.
Ross Bailey targeted the ball carrier early and didn't even let him get back to the line of scrimmage.
That's his second tackle so far. They're down 3 wideouts in the game. Incompletion. That will bring up fourth down.
Not knowing they didn't got a hand on that football and left no chance for a reception.
Well, the knee holds tight on 3rd and long and forces an incompletion. That was a good call by the defensive coordinator.
It sure was. Perfect team for that situation.
And it will bring up fourth down. Fourth down. 9 yards to go. Kicks it from 34 yards, and he misses this one to the right.
This round misses the field goal here. Let's watch this again. Yep, it's just a little bit to the side of the upright, but first on the catching board here.
The Lions get their offense on the field and will start this drive at their own 25-yard line. Not much there. It'll be second down. Finally stopped at the 46. First down.
Charles Rogers with the back shadowing him, but still manages to make the catch. He beats his man forward. It's all about staking your turf.
A well-designed play there from Whitney to remove the chain.
Great execution.
First and 10.
Forces the incompletion.
Jimmy White, that's disrupting. He got in there and smacked that pass away. Great deal.
Potential for some nice yards, but the defense plays it tough. That will bring up second down.
Second and 10.
Throws a bullet to the flat, and it's tipped. Incomplete.
Riley Warren couldn't have read that play any better if he was passing on the inside of his helmet.
It's complete. That would have made for a bit shorter third down play, but the defense had other ideas.
The anticipation of the throw was key here. It made all the pieces go into place.
Other down coming up. Third down and 4 yards from the game. First on third and long.
Joey Harrington rolled the dice by targeting the receiver with two defenders near him. Let the pass click and then move the ball.
Beautiful pickup, Peter. Everyone on the offense is happy about that play.
Definitely a great call by the offensive coordinator.
And it will be a first down. It'll be first and goal.
Kevin Jones to his blockers like a kick me sign as he runs the football.
Well, take a pretty vivid description. I'll tell you what. And the play works too as he surges across the line for a big game.
Yeah, it's all about using your blockers, Dan. They clear a path, you use the path.
Will be a gain of 3 yards.
On triple coverage and came away with a phenomenal catch.
They move the ball, and it will be second down. Let's go, boys! Well, he knows he should not have thrown that one. The Texans are going to try and capitalize on the interception. They'll start this drive at their own 1-yard line. That's his third tackle of the game.
Chad Stanley picking off for the Texans.
Stanley kicks this one away. Clinton steals it at the 18. The Lions and their landslides stall out at the end. We'll see if they can keep momentum throughout this one, which starts at the 37-yard line.
That's a good old number. 6'3", 247. That's a big back who prefers to run over defenders rather than around them.
Second and 6. Triple B goes down. Around the right side, and they convert on third down.
Joey Harrington goes right past the coverage.
And into his receiver's hands.
Nice throw.
A nice game, and they easily convert on third down.
That was a good thing.
First down, 3 wideouts in the game.
As you can see by these numbers, he's been having a rough day of it. So far, he's struggled to get 57 yards and no touchdowns.
The 32. That will bring up first down.
On the 3. Makes the play here, but not fast enough. Check it out. He pushes him out, but past the marker.
On third and long, the defense cannot dig in and stop them.
You gotta grit your teeth in those circumstances and just not let them get you. No way, no how.
First down, and this is the second play of the drive.
And make sure the only one to touch the football was him.
They have really gotten after the ball as a team today. That is their 5th batted ball.
Nice and aggressive, dude. Jason Anderson has vision between the goalposts for a field goal. Great down the pipe. Jason Anderson kicking it to the
There's
right.
the signal, and we're ready. Jackson watches this one deep. Moser decides to take up the lead.
He gets out close to the a 20. So it all comes out in the wash on that play.
The Texans have had some trouble moving the ball recently. We'll see what they do on this drive as they start at their own 18-yard line. Second down with the tight end right. Line makes a play on this and forces the incompletion.
Great line. Make it happen in the defensive back. 60-year man out of North Carolina. This guy covers the ball like frosting on a cake, man. Takes the right angles, anticipates where the ball is going, and clamps down that secondary.
Incomplete. Will bring up
And he made sure the only one to touch the football was him.
It seemed like the defense read that one from the beginning, and they forced the incompletion with well over the ease.
Beautiful ball by the deep coordinator.
It'll be fourth down. Stanley lines up to punt after the 3 and out. Stanley gets the snap and punts it away. Clinton fields the punt at the 32.
Reggie Swinton gets a great kick delivered to him, and after it comes down, he's going to get a few of those yards back. This is a pretty nice return considering the circumstances. You got to love players like this.
The Lions offense takes the field, and they're already halfway there. They'll start at the 39-yard line. Ineligible receiver. Number 62.
Unfortunately, he was an ineligible receiver, and that's a penalty.
And 15.
26 Ray Williams had 2 guys on him on that play, but still managed to make the catch.
Fantastic catch, and he is putting up great numbers.
Got that right, John. He's now got 62 yards and 3 receptions.
Picks up the first down.
First down and 9.
First down, right end to the left. Away on the coverage, incomplete.
Eric Brown couldn't have read that play any better if it was captured on the inside of his helmet.
Another batted ball. They have been attacking the pass every chance they get.
Great, man. Why should you defend the pass when you can obliterate it? Joey Harrington makes a risky pass here and completes it. That took guts, man. Check it out. What a perfect pass. And it had to be accurate to get in there between the 2 defenders.
That's another pass that went pretty much down the middle. He hasn't been working the side.
Joey's obviously very confident in throwing the yard of soccer. Playing the to stop it.
and 6. From 36 yards, squeezes it inside the right goal post.
Jason Hansen takes the field goal, but watch how close the ball gets to the upright. Granted, a few more inches and he has made the highlight reel, not the way he would have wanted to, though.
There's the signal, and we're ready. Hansen cleans up duty here. Motion downs this in the end zone for a touchdown. The Texans haven't got much out of their offense recently, and we'll see if they can get back on track here. This drive begins at their own 20-yard line. It's incomplete.
That ball in his hands on that play.
And he just dropped it. Potential for a quick first down, but no, they cannot hook up the pass.
You can take a shot in that situation. It's really not going to hurt you. A good play.
That'll bring up second down. Later, takes a play on this and forces the incompletion.
Teddy Lane wanted that one away clean. The receivers didn't have a prayer in getting it.
That is their fourth batted ball. Tell you, we've seen a number of good defensive plays from this squad.
We sure have. We'll see if they can keep it up, though.
Third down, one man back. Incomplete. Stanley gets ready to pump this away. Stanley gets the ball and pumps it away. Clinton deals with the pass for 46. 45.
Reggie Swinton for the most of 17 yards off his field in the solid punt.
The Lions offense takes the field, and they have been very effective so far. This drive, they will start at their 45-yard line. Two, and that will bring up second down.
Had some blocking help on that last one, but he was still left with nowhere to go.
Not much there. It'll be second down.
You take what you can get there, but they are still looking for more. Look at last year's stats. That's a great season. It's a football for the opponent. Really hard-nosed defensive play.
Starting to drive, but Coach Mariucci is not happy with that call, and he's going to challenge it.
Hey, what was that?
Troy is challenging whether the player had possession prior to punt.
This is their first challenge of the game, and even if they lose this one, they still have one challenge left.
But they will now see if the receiver is starting possession before he has the ball. Remember, he has to have full control. If it doesn't look like he has possession, then I call it an incomplete here.
Field an incomplete pass. The receiver does not have possession of the ball prior to punt. Detroit will likely charge the timeout. Fourth down.
He likes the call, and you sort of have a feeling that he knew by now. Fourth down, and the punting unit is on the field.
J.J. Moses did a nice job getting some yards after fielding a solid punt.
The Texans offense is on the field, and they have not produced well at all. They're looking for an answer as they start this drive at their own 20-yard line. It's intercepted. Big three, gets out at the 24.
And O'Brien not only shanghais the football with an interception, but watch. Gets a few more after the catch. Great play around. To react, make the catch, and then get some yards to boot. You can't coach that.
Boy, that was a heads-up play to come away with his first interception of the game.
Yeah, you gotta love D like that.
Lions scored early last night, and we'll have to wait and see what happens here outside at the 23-yard line. Third down and 4 wideouts in the game. With the 42-yard attempt and
Jason Anderson uses the field goal here. Let's watch this again.
Yeah, it's just a little bit to the side of the upright, but still some responsive board here.
that's his third attempt today, and this time he cannot put it through.
Sure, he's put points on the board today, Dan, so he can't kick himself too bad.
The Texans were intercepted last time out. We'll see what happens here. We'll start at their 33-yard line. Carr takes it to the left sideline, and it's tipped. Incomplete.
Looking at this big off has had difficulties to say the least. And now he's second-guessing everything he's thrown. Terrible day. So far, he struggled to get 1 yard and 1 interception.
Second down, two receivers to the left.
Washington had two guys on him on that play, but still managed to make the catch.
I'm glad he finally nabbed one because he's had a string of missed catches before this.
Yeah, his quarterback obviously didn't lose faith in him there, Dan, because he kept throwing his way.
Right sideline, and it is not reeled in. Incomplete.
Corey Larson was open on the outskirts there, but just couldn't make the grab. Incomplete.
Either in third down situations, they have not been successful at all with the pass. This play was more proof.
With third and second people down there, and he won't convert, and he will hurt.
Stanley lines up to punt after the 3-and-out. Stanley takes the snap and punts it away. Quickly fields the punt off the 17. The Lions will start this first play of the drive at their own 26-yard line. It's a run, at the 31. That's his first drop, and it is not often you see that from him.
Normally he's pretty sure-handed there.
Lines up to the punt. Well, there's some interesting information up on the screen.
Oh, you bet. Not a ton of action, but they're not out of it yet. The D is playing strong, and a little offensive rhythm to turn this game around. J.J. Moses back up a few yards on the line back there, pulling down the sides of the front a little bit.
The Texans haven't got much out of their offense recently, and we'll see if they can get back on track here. This drive begins at their 36-yard line. Incomplete.
Moss Bailey came in and got a hand on that first down, and he has no chance for a reception.
You know, as a team, they are batting down passes left and right. That is their 6th so far.
Wow, great anticipation of the pass. 36-yard line.
The 48.
Brian Walker had tremendous concentration back there to make the interception after the pass was dropped.
Well, that's their second interception of the game, and Stingy is appearing to be the model for their defense.
Yeah, either that or give me the ball.
The Lions are going to try and capitalize on the interception. They'll start this drive at their 48-yard line. Goes in motion.
minutes in the eighth, and we'll be sitting at 1-3. The Texans' offense is on the field, and they have not produced well at all. They're looking for an answer as they start this drive at the 41-yard line.
Bowman was a one-man wrecking crew back there. He powered into the backfield and made the tackle.
They put a stop to this play behind the line of scrimmage. Pretty good call by the defensive coordinator.
Agreed, Dan. They had it all locked up there.
That will bring up second down. Second down, 3 wideouts in the game. That will be a gain of 3 yards. Let's go back and revisit that last tackle in the backfield. Great stop.
And Boss Bailey just has a name that sounds like a linebacker, doesn't he? And of course, he's the brother that ended up with Chip Bailey, which is a pretty solid name, too.
Fires this one over the middle, and it's tipped. Incomplete. That will bring up 4th down.
Go home, found himself in prime position to bat away that football before the receiver even had a shot at him.
Nice defensive play will give him his second batted ball of the game. Stanley lines up the punt after the 3. Stanley gets the ball and punts it away. Swinton fields the ball at the 20. The 22.
Reggie Swinton for a nice job. Getting some yards after fielding the solid punt.
The Lions offense takes the field, and they have been very effective so far. This drive, they will start at their own 22-yard line.
To him back there, you have to catch those passes, baby.
Here, well, I tell you, he seems to be in a bit of a funk recently. Yeah, I mean, that's his 4th ball thrown his way, and he can't reel it in.
That funky man, he's just got a broad blood. He's got his confidence back. It's all about coordinating the defense, man. Playing as a unit.
That's their 3rd interception of the game, and Peter, the D is winning in on the passing game. Let's play a lot. And that'll do it for quarter number 1. Lions are out in front, 8-0. The Texans offense has taken the field, and they have been having a very tough time passing the ball. They have another opportunity here as they start off at the 29-yard line. Incomplete.
David Carr for an incomplete pass. Maybe that's lucky because there were two defenders in that zone.
The incompletions keep piling up, and even here in the second quarter, it doesn't seem to be improving.
That's how they get it together. Timing, the route, the protection, nothing.
Second down from the shotgun. No good. Incomplete.
What's the difference?
Looking for the interception, but they don't get it. He says, I'll take that. Thank you very much. That's a wonderful catch. The defense should be shaking their head.
I'm glad he finally landed one because he had a string of missed catches before this.
Yeah, the quarterback obviously didn't lose faith in him, though, Dan, because he kept throwing his way.
Later, gets away on the coverage, incomplete.
Eddie Lane, and he made sure the only one to tackle football was him.
That's his third batted ball. And he is doing his part, that is for sure.
Nice to see aggressive D like that, Dan.
Second down for the Owls.
He gets out close to the 20, so it all comes down to the watch on that play. Look at all those INTs. They can't sit well if they have both.
It appears that he's got a deep through his shoulder. They pop it back into the socket. Now they're trying to place or re-swelling. Once he's ready to go, he's going to play the game. He's got to work at 20%.
Past the markers for a first.
Kevin Jones gets close to his blockers here, and it pays off.
Nice run, Peter, and he's putting together some very nice stats.
Definitely. Up to now, he's got 73 yards on 11 carries. First and 10. He can find some room and turn on the jet. He's doing his part, and look at the numbers here. So far, he's got 77 yards on 12 carries. Oh, look at those lines. That's how to get it done overall.
connects for a pickup of 4 on the play.
Roy Williams got wide open and made the easy grab. Great job to take advantage of the team's confusion.
This is Black, and they'll now face 3rd and short.
That's the key. Make third down easy and get the ball.
Getting the first one on the line. I guess the ball carrier is probably playing for Kansas. Yep, he's not going anywhere, Dan. Nice tackle.
Here he's been lining up the defensive side of the ball today and getting some nice fingers on it.
So far, 2 sacks and 7 tackles and 1 sack.
Harris takes the long snap and takes what will be a short one. Mosley there catches it at the 12. The Texans offense takes the field and they have a way to go. They'll start at their own 13-yard line. Gains 3 yards, and that brings up 2nd down.
Second and 16-yard line.
Lobs this one way over the middle, and it's on. Incomplete.
I'm bringing it, yeah. Time to make a stand.
Third and 6.
Goodman takes a play on this and forces the incompletion. 4th down coming up.
Andre Goodman couldn't read that play any better if it was captured on the inside of his helmet.
Another batted ball. They have been passing every chance they get. Stanley lines up deep in his own territory for years. Stanley gets the snap and fumbles this one deep. Swinton fields the shot. The Lions offense takes the field and they will start out at the 39-yard line. This one will fall incomplete.
Joe Johnson really struggling out there. As you can see by the numbers, it's all bad. Up and out, he's got 101 yards and 3 receptions.
The markers for a first down. First down, 10 yards to go. Left sideline and is well past the markers for a first down.
Nice reach of the guy shadowing him, but still manages to make the catch. He beats his man forward.
It's all about staking your turf.
I'm sure he's glad to finally make a completion, considering he's already dropped two today. The defense stood up to that play and touchdown what would be a minimal gain anyway. It'll be second down. If we could back up a moment, that was a great play breaking up that action.
Well, when you're making a list of top cover quarters in the game, make sure you got all the winning circled in. But putting it in there, looks like it really goes out there.
Disrupting. He got in there and smashed that passer. Great play.
Given the second batted ball of the game.
Great lead.
Fourth down and the field goal unit was on the field.
Jason Hanson takes the field goal, but watch how close the ball gets to the upright.
Man, a few more inches and he has made the highlight reel, not the way he would have wanted to.
That's his third field goal of the day, and giving your team 9 points is nothing to sneeze at.
Well, unless those nine points are covered by speed.
Hanson picks it off. Wilson gives it all the way back to the 20.
J.J. Moses tried to run it out, but the defense preferred that he stayed put, and they made the case pretty forceful.
The Texans stalled early last night, and we'll have to wait and see what happens here and start at their own 30-yard line. Bradford goes in motion. Watch the replay. There's the grab, and he just takes off. They take the lead on that touchdown, and they have to be happy with their performance on that drive.
Yeah, great calls and great execution. As you can see, he took over the century mark. That was a great play.
Here's the extra point,
Been a little risky. He gets out close to the play, so it all comes out in the wash on that play.
The Lions get their offense on the field and will start this drive at their own 20-yard line.
Harris lines up to punt after the 3-and-out.
J.J. Moses did a nice job getting some yards after fielding a solid punt.
The Texans will start a drive with the lead for the first time in this game. They'll begin at the 49-yard line. This is made for a game of a couple.
Number 54 with the big ball. Knows how to spread the ball around, as you can see by this passing play. He's getting the ball into his receiver's hands, and it's piled up 121 yards and 2 touchdowns. Second and 7. Punishing blow to the ball carrier, and he gives up the football for the fumble. Great hard-nosed defensive play.
Here he gets his first forced fumble of the day, and it seemed to me that he was looking for that since the first snap.
And he's been going for the ball all day, and with 3 straight off.
The Lions want to capitalize on the fumble and will start this drive at the 46-yard line. He's been working hard so far. That's his 8th tackle.
I think 4 of those 8 yards. Think I can hit.
After 15.
J.J. Moses got swarmed by the kicking team before he got very far. And that punt pretty much goes unanswered.
The Texans fumbled the ball away last time. Let's see if they can hold on to it as they start this drive at their own 15-yard line. Behind the line at the 14.
Dominic Davis just hasn't gotten into a groove and isn't finding running room anywhere. This been tough, and he struggled to get 6 yards on 8 carries. Third and long through them. Big play coming up.
Third down and 4 running in the game.
Greg Johnson.
That one coming right to him back there. You have to catch those guys. First drop of the game, and while every drop does hurt, you can't throw too much blame on him for that one.
That would have been a tough catch.
Stanley finds it deep in his own territory to cover the way. Stanley takes the long snap and punts it away. Clinton catches it.
Swinton for a nice job. Getting some yards after fielding a solid punt.
Lions get great field position yet again. They'll start this one at the 48-yard line. Incomplete. David was shaken up earlier, and I hear Susie Calvo has a report for us. Susie?
Thanks, Dan. The trainers have just informed me that he's suffering from elbow tendonitis. They're trying to find a brace that will mitigate the pain, but nothing seems to be working. They're listing his return as help. Back to you, Dan.
J.J. Moses backed up a few yards on the run back there, running down the sides of the punt a little bit.
The Texans have had some trouble moving the ball recently. We'll see what they do on this drive as they start at their own 22-yard line. Unloads this way to the right. First down
David Carr zeroed in with the pass back there and leads the two defenders empty-handed. Pretty good ball placement.
and he is generating some great numbers.
Oh, absolutely, Dan. So far, he's got 145 yards and 2 touchdowns. Take notes on you want to be quarterback.
Right on the money, Peter. He is just a fantastic passer. It's easy to